Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor. Today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. All right, we begin with that energy of the lovers, Pisces. What do you have going on over there? I know it's been a while. It's been probably like a month since we've talked. It has been just wildly busy and sick over here. I'm so happy to return. The other thing is I took a little time off for Saturnalia. And I feel like everything's in its right place to begin again. So, we have the energy of the lovers. This is our opening kind of, if you could imagine walking into a room, you open that door and you get that first fragrance of what's going on. So the lovers don't always imply that we have a romantic entanglement, but it does tell me that there is some kind of union. There is a synthesis happening. There is a coming together, a binding, a weaving into one another, right? Now, it could be with a person. It could be that this is some aspect of your work, your passion, your life. Whatever it is getting stronger. And we're going to see what the tea leaves have to say. What are they going to kind of help define for us here? Because that didn't give us a ton of information, did it? So I also want to say thank you for being here. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. I don't want the channel to, DIE. It could. You never know. I'm still going to be here doing readings. Don't worry about it. I don't like to mention the private stuff that I do necessarily, but we also, I have private readings, and I do some, what is the word? Like intuitive guide work. I'm always trying to think of what should it be called? But it's interior work. So I do that privately with a few clients and I like to do these readings as well, and the magic, of course, the magic. So I have to do the little like, subscribe, leave a comment. You know how much I love that. Ooh, there we go. There she is. We have a face, we have a tree. We have a younger girl, a woman, young woman. I almost imagine sneaking out at night to be in the garden, to go into the woods, to run, right? Just to feel that opening up of connection with the unseen. With it pouring through all of the natural aspects of our lives, right? Being out in the yard when the moon is very thin and it's dark and it's blue. It's so blue outside. And that feeling energy is coming off the nerve endings of the trees, right? Dripping out of the sky. The grass is wet, damp, moist on your feet. And you are alive, and nobody can see you. Doesn't that feel nice when you are so alive and nobody can see you? Ugh. Now, let me show you what I'm looking at. I know you're probably like, okay, there's a cluster of, what are those, ants, Lenore? No, those are tea leaves. All right, here we go. So we have a tree right here. You can see here is the top of the tree. Here is the trunk of the tree. We have the little, Winnie the Pooh hole in there. Now over here we have beside We have a person standing, and look, the arms are out and holding, what is that? I don't know, maybe a wand. That's what it looks like. Now, also there's a bird. There's a little bird sitting here face to face with this person, and then we have a heart above. Now, we also have a swan up here, which implies water. We also have, it looks like musical notes. So this tells me that there is such a harmony with the emotionality of your life. Okay, you are not in a place where you're just like, nope, not going to think about it. Nope, not going to feel that today. No, sir. No, thank you. None for me, please. We're going to put that away in a little box. We're going to file it away for a Sunday afternoon when I can do a little crying. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you. Sometimes I do have to schedule my sob sessions. It just be like that, right? But this, to me, tells me in the background of your life, you let your emotions just be what they are. And really, one can argue, are they really even your emotions? Are these just transient things that catch hold a little bit? Little visitors. Little moments of weather. So I feel like you just let it be and you swim in it gracefully. Now, a swan is also super mean. Let's not sleep on this fact. This tells me that you are protective. You're not one to just push stuff down. You're not going to tell your kids to push it down. You're not going to tell your mom to push it down. You're not going to tell anybody to just get over it, ignore it, don't worry about it. No, you're going to say, hey, it's okay to cry. Better out than in. I know, but we say that about a lot of things, if you know what that means. But I also feel that way about crying, about rage, about anger, about, feeling remorseful, feeling guilty, like you need to tell somebody sorry or whatever. Better out than in. Do the thing, get it out, let it be. And then let it go, man. Right? I know you feel me, Pisces. With me and you, we vibe. I don't know why I'm not a Pisces, but I feel like I should have been, maybe somewhere, right? I'm heavily earth, a little bit of air, and a lot of Leo. A lot of Leo in the heart, in my law, all of that. So you got a lady over here that needs, maybe a little bit of Piscean chill. Maybe. I feel like I belong there. So anyways, so we have this scene, right, of the night. And we have the heart. And we have this devotion to your emotionality, to letting it be, to living in your own landscape. But I feel because there is this sense of night side that it is interior, mostly. You live in your head a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion, as a fellow head dweller. I do feel, and I'm looking at this, we have the birds, and we have, right there, we have a person chasing, sneaking through, perhaps. We have a K or an R, maybe as a name. Yeah. Holding flowers. Look at this. Holding flowers. Now, also with the ribbon. And the children. We have here, again, this person, the young woman at night wandering in the interior garden. Now, we have more of a mother figure, and we have a birds, one after another, landing. We have a child here. Kind of almost, it reminds me of like putting something in their mother's pocket. Okay. So, to me, there is somebody sneaking into your heart, sneaking back into your heart. I feel that they've had some kind of long illness. Maybe something like the C word. You can apply that to a lot of different things. But, you know, the one that none of us will get anytime soon or have a reoccurrence of. Many blessings upon us all. They've struggled, but now I see them on this other side. Not the same as they always were, but I feel that there's like a rising sense of love for you. For you. Now, I wonder if you have children around you, if you work with children, if you are maybe, you know, the grandparent that watches the kids, or you have children yourself that you are raising. Now, I feel that there is joyousness, there's connectedness. These are your people. These are your people, right? You not only love to be whatever guiding light you are for them, but they are for you as well. And I think that you like to be around your people. Now, this love thing, this person coming towards you, I don't think that you have very much interest in entertaining any kind of entanglement. Even if this is like you're married and they have been ill, right? You've likely been taking care of them. And through this prolonged ordeal, there is a sense of how can this be romantic again after we've been through all of this together? Do you understand what I mean? Maybe we have to go through it, because I think intellectually we tell ourselves, yeah, man, I married you. I'm always going to be so in love with you. It would never change anything for me if I had to care for you or, you know, get you through like an illness, a financial thing, addiction, whatever. We want to think like, yes, nothing would ever change. I show up for you 100%. Love, romance, you know, obsession, lust, all of it. But the truth is, all of our seasons, they change us. Our days, they change us. The hours, they change us. And sometimes we go through these periods of time where the wear of life and its ordeals, they change the dynamic of our love. That doesn't mean that it can never be again. We can't, you know, I mean, this is the thing. If you have ever been married or in a long-term relationship, even, it doesn't have to be romantic, a parent, a good friend to somebody for many years, it evolves, it changes. It is something that we have to decide to be a part of. Less and less in this world do we just kind of succumb to our situation. And that is a wonderful thing. It's also very difficult. It used to be there wasn't much of a choice. Do I get divorced? Do I, stay? Do I go? What do I do? Do I ghost this person? You kind of made the decision and it was hard to kind of detach. Now, not so much. So more than ever, we must decide every day, yes, this is where I'm going to be. This is who I'm going to be with. And this is the work that I hope to do, that I will do. Sometimes that's relearning how to love each other. Sometimes that is getting through those difficult feelings, those moments where it's like, man, things have been so hard. We've been so stressed that you don't even know how to hug each other anymore. Or you do, but it doesn't, you know what I mean? It happens in all relationships. If you're going to sit here and tell me it's always all good and you always want each other all the time, 100%, I'll say, cool. Now you have to prove to me that you're not a robot. You got to do one of those tests because I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Or you just don't, you're not around each other a lot. But I feel like, yes, this is a time where there's a resistance. You feel resistant. I don't feel like you want somebody close to you right now. And I feel you. I get it. I get it. But the winds are changing. And nothing, and let me explain this clearly as I can, nothing will happen without your consent. Of course you're in charge here. I would never imply any different. If you don't F with that person, then don't. Then freaking don't. You know what I mean? Don't. But the winds are changing. Your heart is changing. 2026 is going to be a year of I want to say it's brutality, but I don't mean that in the way that you might think. It is a year where everything that does not belong will be cut away. We are getting lean here. We are doing the minimum in the places that are not benefiting us. And where we are finding meaning and benefit in our lives, where we feel that we are being served and we are of service, that is where we will be. Everything else does not matter anymore. Let me say this again. Nothing that is not serving you and your betterment, it does not matter anymore. It is gone to the wind. Goodbye. Goodbye. And so I see you receiving the messages. They are drawn to you because you are coming into your clarity, because you are coming into your height. You are ascending, Pisces. And there will be love, and there will be attention, and there will be room because you are decluttering all of the BS. It's gone. Goodbye. 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 And here's the deal. And I just Frank maybe? Right in here we have FRA. And this one it looks, or like a WM, I don't know, From. Squeaky From. No, oh no, she doesn't have an A in her name. I'm probably going to be in trouble for saying that name on here. Sorry. Let's see, 4393. We have 293. So, the deal here though is just, there might be a Frank. It might be Frank. I feel like that name really hits for some reason. Frank, Frankie. Maybe Francis. I just keep feeling like there's this sense of like a merging of family. Now, maybe not in the sense of like, what do they call that? A mixed family where people who have kids from previous endeavors come together, mix their family, Brady Bunch style, right? It could be something like this, but it almost kind of feels... It almost kind of feels like maybe a child coming to live with you. Maybe it's like a niece, a nephew, or something. I'm trying to feel around here. I'm trying to show you some of my stimming so you can see how I get to where I'm going. It does. It feels like somebody, maybe like you're hosting somebody that needs like a place to stay. Maybe they're like a exchange student. Something like this, maybe. This is how I feel. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's like you're, getting with this person, you're finally letting them in, and now you're merging your families. That's not the vibe. It almost feels like an established household with somebody else coming in. Maybe like one person. Now, I do feel that this almost feels like you're having to be in a guiding role for somebody who also I think is maybe a Scorpio or has a Scorpion energy. It almost kind of feels like there's a anxiety around it. Like you're not called to being a leader, and which I get. I don't like being a leader, except for I guess I fully lead my house. I mean, listen, my husband does technically, but you know how it be. I'm 5 foot. I got that Napoleon complex going a little bit. Also Virgo, Capricorn. So, but I almost feel like for you, it's like you don't want to tell people what to do. Like it's almost like you've already done that. But you have kids around you. That's the thing. That it's like, you find that cool place where you're not like, oh, I'm your best friend, not your parent. You're like parent and best friend. Right? But when it is outside of this like very close pool of people, I feel like it's hard for you to like want to assert yourself. Right? So, this person coming into your space or into your life here more closely, I feel like there's a sense of they need to be mothered or fathered or, parented in a way. They act out. That's the big thing, is there's a sense of acting out. And I think this makes you very uncomfortable. Because you haven't dealt with this necessarily, like this behavior. So I do feel like this is going to be where some of that work is. So I would maybe read up on whatever your dynamic is. Get on the interwebs, look it up, go on the Reddits or, whatever. There's so many places to get synthetic information. You could even ask here in the comments, like maybe there's another human being out here that could answer your question. There might be one or two other human beings. I don't know for sure. I can't tell anymore. But I know I am though. I'm 100%. I can feel myself doing that. I also have a fever. I am burning up over here. So I know that I'm still human, because this is how we deal with sickness. It just feels so antiquated. Like it should just be like, we'll just reboot real quick, and you're good. So let's see. Mothered, anger, acting out kind of issues. We also have, it looks like the number 112, 112, and we have a large 1. So we also have somebody who maybe, it's like a very excuse me, very competitive energy. Okay. This is going to be, it's not going to be easy, but I feel like you specifically have something to offer this person as far as their self-development. And they have something to offer to you with your self-development. Don't get it twisted. We never just go out there and you know, I'm here because I'm going to guide you all. I've done so much work. I'm so above everybody that I can just tell you how to live. No, dude, every interaction we have, if we're dealing with, you know, somebody who's oblivious to, you know, anything of like spiritual self-development, whatever, they're just living their life up to the, like, you know, most academic, you know, has gone to all the places, gotten all the little framed pieces of paper and knows all the things, right? We're any interaction we have on that, anybody on that spectrum, we are also learning, right? Everybody is, there is an exchange happening. So I feel like this is going to be a good education for you. It's not going to be easy, though. Keep it real. Not going to be easy. But the pressure is brought because it's meeting the level that you're at with your own work. You're not going to get the easy softballs when you're, like, acing all the tests. You know what I mean? All right. So let's do 3 lucky numbers, then we're going to get out of here. 27, number 27, number 24, 27, 24, and 34. Very good. Okay, well, Pisces, thank you for being here with me. I love you, I love you, I love you. I've missed you. I've thought of you often. I hope you've thought of me as well. Come check out a live, because I also am doing lives. All right, I love you. I love you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share this with your friends. Let's get this channel going again. Once again. All right, bye.